Hello. Welcome to Let's Talk News. I'm your host, Leticia Remauro. Jeez Louise, I've got a piece of hair that's flying in my nose. How the hell are you? Holy smoke, what a freaking day. I should be drunk. I look like I'm being interrogated. Do I look like I'm under the spotlight? I don't know. Anyway, if you made it here, you made it to Let's Talk News. And boy, what the hell is going on in the world? This is crazy. Every day, I think it can't get more crazy than the day before, and it just does get more crazy than the day before. I can't even. Hello, Kevin Wall. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Now, see, this is great. Now, I'm sorry that I can't pay you SAG wages because you all show up and you're all driving this conversation, and I just love it. Thank you so much, your regulars. Hi, Francine. Good to have you. Hi, Debbie Lebedo. Good to have you. All right. What do you want to talk about tonight? I had this whole idea that we would talk about all the other world leaders and what they are and what their background is, because I was appalled at myself that I didn't really know too much about the other world leaders. My desk is too small. It's just, I have no room for anything. And I have a fan on because the lights are hot and everything's blowing around. Anyway, the people who are running the other countries, I mean, like the big ones, not the little tiny ones, but like the big ones. I don't know. I'm afraid. I'm really afraid. Hello, Angela Ricca. How about starting with that horrible commercial the Democrats made? Angela Ricca, I was hoping somebody would say that because that's kind of why I'm all discombobulated. Hold on. I spent some time taking a look at that, and I actually cut some clips about it. So I think that we'll wait for a few other people to get here and we will watch it. But here's the thing, and I am really excited about this. Not only did I clip the commercial so we could all see it, but we're all going to take a look at Reddit. Reddit is that, I guess it was the first social media site before that other one, where people actually talk about a ton of different things, all kinds of different topics. And we have a bunch of military reacting to that commercial. Okay, hold on. How about Mom Donnie is asking for donations to fund his free stuff? I think that we talked about that already, but if not, maybe we did, Deb. I think we did when you weren't around. Actually, it's on some of my pages. It actually did pretty well. Isn't it interesting that the guy who wants to give away stuff for free is now asking people to fund it, to fund his transition team, to fund all kinds of different stuff? It's just amazing. Xi and Putin are sly and cunning. Yeah. We're going to have to try and fit everything into this show, I think, because I really want you to know what's going on and who they are. Hello, Andrew Dorman. All right, so let's see. Why don't we start with the notorious commercial that the Democrats put out? In case you didn't know, the Democrats, some who served in the military, some who served as spies, put out this video, and listen to it.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
Like us. You all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution, and
And who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Interesting, huh? Deb, we could still talk about it tonight if you like. I mean, I think everybody would like, if you have any new information to add, definitely let's do that. Because I think it's just hysterical that the socialist wants other people to pay for the free stuff, but nobody believed that he was going to ask people to pay for the free stuff. Yeah, it is treason. Absolutely. Hi, Maisie. How are you? Hi, Susan Durema. In a second, I'm going to show you what the active military are saying on the down low. Good evening, Kevin Young. Good evening. Here's my mother is here. How are you? Karen Christie Justison. Slacking from Michigan is disgusting. I agree. I think. I'm pretty sure. It's getting worse and worse. All this craziness was in motion all along, and Trump put the brakes on. This is why they hate him. The agenda was treason all along. That's true. Karen, just to go back, tell us, give me some insight as to why exactly you made that comment. I think we'll all be interested. Bunch of generic bullshit. It should be banned. Well, then the First Amendment would be at play. Hello, how are you, Professor? Well, I'm glad the professor's here. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen as we do, as I'm learning to do as part of this whole thing. Okay, and this is Reddit. And this is the post on Reddit, okay? Democrat military veterans in Congress tell troops to defy unlawful orders. And here is what the military guys said. They already told us that when we were in basic training. But they also told us that if you did disobey what you thought was an unlawful order, you had better be absolutely sure because you will be court-martialed. I take it more seriously if their definition of unlawful order wasn't whatever Trump says. The UCMJ spells out rather clearly what is an unlawful order, and so far, none have been given. Okay. Maybe things are different now, but when I served, we got reminded about our duty to refuse an unlawful order every couple of months. So much it made me paranoid about being able to tell the difference under pressure. Like they really took that shit seriously. Dems think they're being clever again, but it will not produce the desired result. Real easy to say when the one giving the advice won't be paying the cost. I watched those poser fools, and not once in that video did they state which orders were illegal. This is absolutely a call to action, and they need to be held accountable. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think they like it too much. Got to love Barrack's lawyer. Saw this same shit being posted on the USMC subreddit several months back. Told them the same thing I will say now. Better be damn sure what you are doing is illegal before you disobey orders, or you will find out what Leavenworth is like. The next poster, it's an innuendo campaign, just like the Epstein hullabaloo. By trying to make an issue of it, Dems are implying that there are illegal orders being given. And since the only other thing they have to say about the military is that it's all wrong to deploy them in U.S. cities, they are hoping to leave the impression that it is illegal to deploy them in U.S. cities, and therefore Orange Man bad. Sounds a little like treason to me. Not quite. The law specifically states that troops are to defy unlawful orders. They're just vaguely saying defy unlawful orders without saying which orders are unlawful, to incite troops to do a choose your own adventure of what they think is unlawful. It's asking them to defy orders, but like in a so totally super lawful way. Wink, wink, utter bullshit. Funny how it isn't treason to tell someone to commit treason, but it is treason to listen to them. Insurrection, noun, the act or an instance of open revolt against civil authority or a constituted government, a rising against civil or political authority or the established government, open and active opposition to the execution of law in a city or state, a rising in mass to oppose an enemy. Treason it is then. Politicians are so cringe. Bracelets for all 6. Okay, so that is what they're saying. Treason. So what are you saying? Hi, Colleen. How are you? Good to see you. Karen Christie, Justison, welcome, Karen. Oh, okay. Thank you. I forgot to do that. So thank you. Good evening, talkers. Kim, it's good to have you. Oh, I like that. She gave us nicknames, or you nicknamed. We're now talkers. I love that. Very good. Like, let me find my my applause. My applause button is down here. Hold on a second. There you go. Okay, so what do you guys think about this? I mean, what the military is saying, it's kind of crazy. This is treason, and what can Trump do about it? What can he do about it is, I'm guessing that he could do the same thing that Congress did. He can get together, what is today? A November 19 committee and investigate what they're trying to do. Is this treason? Can they be brought up on charges? The military says bracelets for all. Should bracelets be for all? It sounds like treason to me too. Yeah. To change the subject for a second, how about Staten Island advance? Okay. You got me, Mom. What about the Staten Island advance? It's orchestrated destruction. Bingo, Kevin Wall. Bingo. That is exactly what it is. All right. They want to destroy America, and they're going to do it from the inside. We knew that, right? Okay, not the advance. All right, hold on. Let me see what my okay. I love my mother. Gonna need doggy treat incentives to carry out orders. Yes, right. Exactly. Confuse them so that they don't know which order is lawful and not. Are they going to get in trouble if they follow the orders? Are they going to get in trouble if they don't follow the orders? Oh, shit, I'll just give up. Oh, wait, I can't leave. I signed a contract. Now they'll just be miserable, right? So we're going to undermine our troops. But that's all part of the big cabal, right? I got on late, not sure what we're talking about. Oh, we're talking about the 6 Democrats who created a commercial to tell the military that they don't have to follow unlawful orders. So anybody else, I could play it again. It's only a few seconds. If we need to do it, I'm happy to catch everybody up. Now they are putting the element of feelings in the military and my truth issue on what and what is not considered lawful. That's an excellent comment, and that is absolutely true. Treason is punishable. All right, let's catch Colleen, and we've joined by a lot of other people, so we'll catch everybody up. This is what we're talking about.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris Deluzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
Who take risks each day
To keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military,
And intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad.
But from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
And that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
Our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
And they have the nerve to use Scott LeBato's saying, of all things. It's been in the military oath that they will defend our country from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and we know who the enemy is. Yeah, well, okay. All right, Staten Island wanting to secede. Yes, I think it's a good idea, and I think that it needs to be explored. And Assemblyman Pirazzolla and others are exploring it. Slotkin voted to keep the government closed to give health care to illegals. This commercial is telling soldiers to disobey orders. Got it. Thank you. You have to just bear with me. I'm postmenopausal, and sometimes I just don't follow. So thank you, Karen. That is true. And clearly they have an agenda here. Clearly. And it isn't the well-being of Americans. Projection of power without discipline. Discipline is the willful obedience to orders and respect for authority. Yeah, it is. And that they're trying to do whatever they can to, to grab some leverage. Do we really know who the enemy is or are? Well, we used to. Here's the thing. It's the thing is right, they're saying don't follow unlawful orders. And one of the guys on Reddit, retired Army, chiming in here, people always get this wrong. In basic training, you're clearly instructed that you must follow all lawful orders, and you can decline to follow an unlawful one. However, unlawful is very, very narrow. An order isn't unlawful just because you don't agree with it politically. It has to be clear and extreme. Something as clear and illegal as burning a church full of civilians or firing on unarmed prisoners. What these Democrats are telling our troops here is treason. Luckily, our soldiers will not listen to these clowns. So this is the crazy thing is these are the same people that do this, right? That think it's okay to have a sanctuary city and disobey the law.
Dozens of arrests outside federal immigration offices in Lower Manhattan yesterday, among them 2 high-ranking city officials.
We're talking about Controller Brad Lander, Public Advocate Jumaane Williams. Neither of them are newcomers when it comes to run-ins with ICE officers.
Yesterday's protests over the conditions inside the holding facility for detained migrants.
So, they're just running wild. And I hope that Trump feeds them some of their own medicine and brings them up on charges of treason. If not Trump, the DOJ, somebody, maybe they get court-martialed. Can you be court-martialed if you're not active military anymore? I wonder. That would be interesting, right? Because they're all active military. So they have a special kind of relationship with the Constitution. Oh my gosh, they are more crazy than I thought, which is hard. Yeah. Yes. Scott is, I'm sure, very upset I didn't show this to him, but I'm sure that he doesn't like them using that phrase. Hello, Ralph. Good to have you. So to disregard the commander-in-chief, what unlawful orders? That's what they've been asking. The worst part is so many will jump on the bandwagon. Ambiguity is their greatest asset. I don't feel like they will. I think that military is different. I think you're going to have some, maybe the DEIs that are still in there, but the majority, no, they're there. They're putting their life on the line. They're not pussies. They're just not. Breaking discipline is their goal. Yes, exactly. Hi, Barry. Okay. Not sure what that means. The senators and mayors of these blue states are against our president, and the media are grooming to get to the point of influencing the military. Slow burn. Yeah, and we're going to get to what I started talking about at the top of the hour. Are these people smarter than Trump? Because it is unnerving. Who paid for that commercial? I'm sure, Kim. I didn't see. I didn't look, but I'm going to guess it was the DCCC or the Democratic National Committee. No discipline equals no military projection of power. That you've got it, Professor. That's what they're trying to do. all the anti-Trump officials are trying to fulfill the mission of destroying America. It's the globalists, right? We talked about it. This is all a globalist movement to undermine America. And yeah. Imaginary unlawful orders, which is psychotic statement. Yeah, well, there's a lot of imaginary stuff. There, I love that now they're talking about giving that healthcare money, that what is it called? The subsidy, the increased subsidy from the extension to January, directly to the people instead of the insurance companies, as a final FU to the insurance companies who were the ones who were putting out millions and millions lobbying to get those subsidies. I'm talking about Americans in general. Oh, well, that's, that it's going to be split right down the middle, right? Is ICE really breaking the law? If so, why is it happening? ICE is not breaking the law. Horrible commercial, lots of bullshit, word salad. ICE job is to deport illegal migrants, period. So how could they be breaking the law? Lots of psychosis on the left. Yes. Oh, and ask the Democrats, how's that global warming going? They've moved on. Bunch of idiots. Yeah, and they made billions of dollars out of it too. Military don't listen to judges. Only chain of command is all. And that is true. And that's the wonderful thing. And that's why the commander-in-chief can do what he has to do without Congress. The only thing that he needs Congress for is to declare war. But he can use the military for lots of other things without Congress. I think one official said part 2 of shutdown coming soon. Yeah, probably, when the extension goes out in January. I love that idea too, Leticia. Shut the gems right up about healthcare. I mean, every time they turn, they're getting screwed. The Dems. The only thing that I didn't see coming was the whole Texas thing. Because, again, we talked about it yesterday with the redistricting. If they don't let the Texas redistricting go, will they let California redistricting go? The thing I'm understanding, and I might be wrong, I was listening to Talking Heads, I didn't dive deep, was that in Texas, it actually was, they stated it was political. In California, they said it was for ethnic representation. So it's conceivable that California can stay and Texas could go. But it's so close to the election that might not happen. So we'll see what happens. All right. So listen, and I should have probably done better than just what I did, but I got so pissed off over that commercial that I took the time that I was going to clip pictures and I did the other stuff instead. I was reading Reddit instead. So let's talk about the world leaders, and let's talk about their background. I should have put up pictures, but you could Google them. Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada. He was South Africa's post-apartheid venture into international bond markets. He worked for Goldman Sachs, okay? And he worked with South Africa's post-apartheid venture into international bond markets and was also involved with the 1998 Russian financial crisis. In 2003, Carney left Goldman Sachs to join the Bank of Canada as a deputy governor, member of the Liberal Party. Why do we talk about him? Because all of these libs are always talking about, oh, look at Canada, look at Canada. That's Canada's new prime minister. Keir Starmer, Prime Minister of the UK. Starmer became a barrister in 1987. That's a lawyer. Joined the Haldane Society of Socialist Lawyers. And as part of his involvement in Haldane Society, he joined an academic trip to the Soviet Union on the eve of its collapse in 1991. Isn't it interesting? So we have two, Carney and Starmer, both involved with the Soviet Union. Then we have Nicolas Maduro. Now, this is an interesting guy, Maduro. High school dropout, bus driver, and he was a bus driver, and he founded an unofficial trade union at the company. He was also employed as a bodyguard for Jose Vicente Rangel during Rangel's unsuccessful 1983 presidential campaign. At 24 years of age, Maduro resided in Havana, where he became a communist spy. And when he came back to Venezuela, he became a foreign minister. And guess who he gave the keys to the country to? Vladimir Putin. Interesting. So let's talk about Vladimir Putin. He grew up poor with a single mother. He got his degree in economics in St. Petersburg Mining University. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that Maduro was a communist? Communist. All right. So we have a socialist, and a communist. Okay. He was a single mother, degree in economics, St. Petersburg Mining University. His thesis was on energy dependencies and their instrumentalization in foreign policy. So energy. Member of the Communist Party. In 1979, Putin joined the KGB and trained at the 401st KGB. So a spy like Maduro. Okay. And economics and energy. Remember this because it's relevant later on. Let's see. Oh, Xi Jinping. After studying chemical engineering at Tsinghua University as a worker, peasant, soldier, student, Xi rose through the ranks politically in China's coastal provinces. Xi was governor of Fujian from 1999 to 2002 before becoming governor and party secretary of neighboring Zhejiang from 2002 to 2007. Communist. Okay, Ursula von der Leyen, who is the president of the European Union, started off studying finance, but switched to medicine, which could tell us why they're so focused on vaccines and world health and all that stuff. Became a doctor for women's health. But it was later found that nearly half, 43%, of her doctorate was plagiarized. But they didn't revoke her license. You might wonder why. Well, because her father was president of the state of Lower Saxony, minister and president. And at the height of the fear of communist terrorism in West Germany, she had to flee to London because there were kidnapping attempts made on her, which is interesting. She lived in London for a year. But she's part of the Christian Democrat Union, which is a moderate kind of right wing. So that's a little different. Claudia Sheinbaum. Energy. She's a scientist, and she has spent her time working with energy and climate change. Okay, Forbes ranks Sheinbaum as the fourth most powerful woman in the world. She's co-authored over 100 articles and 2 books on energy. Remember, she's the president of Mexico, just in case anybody doesn't know. 2 books on energy, the environment, and sustainable development. She contributed to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and in 2018 was named one of BBC's 100 women. Her party is the Party of the Democratic Revolution. Communist. Catherine Connolly, the new president of Ireland, studied psychology in Germany, worked as a clinical psychologist with the Western Health Board, and she's also a lawyer. She's married to a woodworker, and she was raised Catholic, but has described herself as irreligious. Ideologically left-wing, Connolly describes herself as a socialist and pacifist. See a trend? I threw this one in here just for fun, just because I love blowing his cover. Gavin Newsom. Santa Clara University in 1989 with a Bachelor of Science in Political Science, founded the boutique winery Plump Jack Group in Oakville, California, with billionaire heir and family friend Gordon Getty. Yes, the Getty family, billionaires. Newsom began his political career in 1996 when San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown appointed him to the city's Parking and Traffic Commission. Are you kidding me? Okay, and then Donald Trump, just quickly. He was a troublesome child because he didn't want to study. He was a B student. So his father put him in the New York Military Academy. The academy pushed students into sports and taught the imperative of winning. He didn't like football. He didn't like ROTC so much or the reserves because he was in the Fordham University Reserve Officers Training Corps. But he was introduced to golf, which he loved, and that's what he took up. Then he went to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, and then he went to work for his father at the Trump Management, which is his father's real estate company. And in 1971, Trump became the president of the company, overseeing 48 private corporations and 15 family partnerships. In 1978, Trump made the deal with the Hyatt. He bought the Commodore Hotel. He leveraged it against the Hyatt coming in, even though he didn't own it. And then he went on to leverage that to buy casinos. He became a television personality, and he gave back to New York by fixing the Rockefeller Center, the Woolman Ring at Rockefeller Center, and some golf courses. So I guess I bored everybody because there's nobody left. Anyway, nobody's talking. So those are the world leaders, and I want to know, do you think that there's a trend there? So some of the biggest ones are either socialist or communist. Very interesting. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay. I have a question. If it was a CR that was passed to open government and it was the same one as before, how did they put in something to ban all CBD and hemp products starting November 26th? I can't answer that question. I don't know that it wasn't the same as it was before, because what happened was the one before actually expired. So they couldn't extend it. They had to kind of rewrite it. And I don't know whether that's true or not, but I can find out for you. Let's see. Gavin Newsom is in a rainforest propagating climate change as we speak. It's crazy. Actually, POTUS has Air Alert Marines at his command to deploy anywhere in the 24 hours for any reason. The bio on the new mayor, Fluff and Stuff, student rapper, assemblyman who missed half his votes. Oh, yeah, I should have pulled that, huh? But I kind of know it. I mean, he was a rapper. His parents were involved in Hollywood. His father is a professor, and his grandmother was like a soap opera star, and then she did a cooking show, and then he became a rapper, and then he became an activist, and just kind of like Obama, came out of nowhere as an activist, and now he's the mayor of the most important one, which was once the most important city in America. I don't think so much anymore. Let's see. Here comes a whole bunch of comments. I don't like that they drag like this. Sounds like alliance with all those leaders meet. That's why Putin is so stubborn. Yeah. So, the question is, if they all get together, if Trump decides to screw them all, what happens to their economies? I mean, Putin is like super leveraged right now. He's not selling oil. He's using all of his toys. It sounds to me, it's not just a whose dick is bigger situation between him and Trump. It's let's wait it out. I don't like spies. I don't like spies. I just don't. You can't make a deal with a spy because you can't trust them. Trump also helped fund Veterans Day Parade when city was broke. Also the skating rink in Central Park. Yeah, that's Woolman Rink. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He did do that. And the Veterans Memorial too. The Air Contingency Battalion, sometimes incorrectly called an Alert Contingency Battalion, part of the Air Contingency Marine Air Ground Task Force, is a Marine expeditionary force asset that stands ready to provide the United States with ground, air, and combat service support capability on a moment's notice in case of crisis. So the question is, what they're trying to say, I mean, I'm not going to put words into the mouths of these stupid Democrats because I can't. I don't know what's in their head, but I guess they're trying to say, because they don't know the Constitution, that Trump putting military in the streets is putting military against American citizens, which it's not. He's using the military to assist ICE. They're not arresting people. ICE is. Military is protecting the members of that agency, and they absolutely can do that. Well, they have an alliance like NATO is an alliance. Why wouldn't they unite? I agree. I think that the problem is they're all socialists or communists. The goal is to take away this power. Yes, it is. It is to take away this power. And, as Colleen said, will people buy it? I'm not sure. All right. Well, we're 6 minutes over. Here we go again. I will see you all tomorrow night. Thank you all for showing up and for leading the conversation. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.